So hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to Creatrix channel. So first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Vishal Soni and I have cleared engineering services examination 2 times from electronics and telecommunication branch, both times in double digit rank. In 2014 my rank was 98 and in 2015 my rank was 25th. I have served as a Group A Gastro Officer in Indian Railways and in Indian Telecommunication Services. So most of you must have been following me on the Creatrix channel for electromagnetic field theory. So if you are a seeker of a free education, this is the channel for you, and you must understand that all these free initiatives is coming your way because of the Unacademy. So Unacademy is the revolution in the field of the free education and the affordable education. So how can you access those free courses? So if you want to access the free courses, you must immediately subscribe this channel, Creatrix channel, because all the top educators of the country is providing the free course on this channel. And that free course is absolutely brilliant in content, that is systematic, that is organized, and that is complete. So complete playlist you will be getting of a particular subject. You can develop the concept, you can gain confidence. More than that, you can love the subject. So immediately subscribe this channel. Secondly, if you want to access more free content, then you must immediately download the Unacademy Learners app, because on the Unacademy Learners app, top educators of the country are conducting the free special classes. In that free special classes, you can get topic wise clarity of a particular concept. And do not forget to follow me on the Unacademy Learning app. So you can also access the courses. So you must have two things. First is your YouTube channel. This YouTube channel, Creatrix YouTube channel, must be subscribed. Secondly, you must understand that you should have the Unacademy Learning app. That is must for you in order to crack the examination. So these are the parts of the free education. And if you want to organize your content well, if you want more comprehensive manner, if you want other advantages of the Unacademy, then what are the other initiatives that is running by the Unacademy? So another initiative that is running by the Unacademy is Unacademy Plus. So on the Unacademy Plus, this is very affordable for those who actually want to take their preparation to the next level. So आपको Unacademy Plus में क्या क्या मिलेगा? You will be getting the live classes on a fixed time, so that you can get more disciplined, you can get more organized, and you have something in your mind that at this particular time my classes are going to run. Apart from that, you will get free test series designed by the educator itself. So gone those times when we have lot of errors in the test series, we do not have the discussions of the test series. So there the test series will be conducted by the educators. They themselves will be discussing the solutions of that particular thing. So you can imagine that your preparation is going to the next level for this. Apart from that, those who have prepared themselves for the examination, so for them there are crash courses also available. Again the crash courses will going to help you in achieve good ranks. Those who have already achieved good ranks and want to improve their rank, for them there are rank improvement batches. More than that, you can also see that there are unlimited practice sessions. So what do you understand by unlimited practice session? Which means there will be various doubt solving sessions. Apart from the doubt solving sessions, there are weekly quizzes, and with the help of those weekly quizzes you can enhance your problem solving skills. So lot of unlimited doubt solving sessions, lot of quiz sessions, systematic content, structured content. You can download the PDF after the lectures, so you don't have to waste your time in order to making notes. You can utilize those times to practice the particular concepts, or you can use those times to just write down the formulas so that you can remember those formulas quickly. Apart from this plus subscription, there is also one subscription which is known as Iconic. So Iconic subscriptions are for them who actually do not have the self motivation but having the talent. So if they are having the talent and you do not have the self motivation, that how can I push myself to crack the examination, so in this Iconic subscription you will be assigned a personal coach. So this personal coach is going to be with you every time, and he will help you to achieve your dreams. You will get a study planner which will be customized for you. You will get the expert guidelines who have already topped the examination. They will be basically hand holding you to crack the examination. So if you think you are not self motivated, if you think you do not have the proper background to crack any particular competitive examination, so this Iconic subscription is must for you. This is going to help you. So if you want the free education, then YouTube channel and the special classes are must for you. And if you can afford a little bit, how much you should afford, that we'll discuss in a while. But if you can afford a little bit, you should come on to this Unacademy Plus. And more than that, if you want the expedited process in your preparation, आप जल्दी से एग्जाम निकालना चाहते हैं, जल्दी से अपनी गलतियां सुधारना चाहते हैं, so this Iconic subscription is for you. Then now let us start today's lecture, which is on the communication system. So now let us start the lecture.
Friends, welcome to this lecture of communication system. So now we will study the next property of Fourier transform, that is convolution property. We know that if we have an LTI system which has unit impulse response of h of t, and an input is given as x of t, so we can get output as yt. We know that Fourier transform of x of t is x omega, Fourier transform of h of t is h omega, and Fourier transform of y of t is y omega. So in time domain we can write the output response by using the convolution operator. We know that whenever convolution is happening in one domain, then obviously multiplication will take place in other domain. So the output in frequency domain will be multiplication of x of f and h of f, or in omega domain I can write it as x omega h omega. So if I consider this h of t in frequency domain and I'm applying a signal in frequency domain x of f, then in order to obtain y of f, I have to multiply this x of f and h of f. In general, this h of f or system is a filter. So whenever we say that we are passing a signal with a filter and we have to calculate the output, then we basically have to multiply the signal in frequency domain and the filter response in order to get the output response. So whenever it is saying that a signal x of t is passed through a filter, calculate the output. So there is two processes to calculate the output. First process is to directly convolve this x of t with h of t, and second process is convert all the given input signal and the system into frequency domain and calculate yf, which will be x of f into h of f. Now take the inverse Fourier transform of yt. So we are more comfortable in multiplication rather convolution, so this second approach will be preferred by us. Now let us have a look on a question. In this question it is saying a signal x of t is passed through a low pass filter whose frequency response is shown. Now we have to calculate the bandwidth of the output signal. Now here the signal x of t is given in time domain and response of the filter is given in frequency domain. So response of the filter will be in general in frequency domain. So what we can do here is, this is our filter, this is signal x of t, and we have to calculate the bandwidth of output signal. So to calculate the bandwidth of output signal, we know that we need to calculate Fourier transform of yf, because just by looking the time domain signal I cannot calculate any frequency parameter. So how to get the yf? We know that yf is nothing but x of f multiplication with h of f. So here h of f is already given, so we have to calculate the Fourier transform of x of t. Now if you remember, this is our standard gate pulse x of t minus t to t, and it is having the peak value of a. So we know that how to draw the x of f. For such signals we know that zero crossover frequency is multiple of 1 by width. So this is t by 2. So it is having the width of t. So we know that the zero crossover frequency is inversely proportional to 1 by t, or it is multiple of 1 by t. And if signal is rectangular in one time domain, then obviously it is going to be having sync variation in other time domain. So let me make a sync variation. This is the sync variation. This is also the sync variation. These zero crossover points will be 1 by t, minus 1 by t, 2 by t, 2 by t, and so on. Obviously, the peak value will be a, and this is 0. Now, the filter which is given to us is having frequency from minus 1 by t to 1 by t. So to get the y of f, I need to multiply this x of f with h of f. So whenever I multiply with this x of f with h of f, I got this y of as minus 1 by t to 1 by t, and if this is 1, then multiplied with peak value, this becomes 80. So now let me recall the formula for bandwidth. What is the formula of bandwidth? It is the highest positive frequency at which component is present, so it will be 1 by t, minus lowest positive frequency at which component is present. So bandwidth here I got it as 1 by t hertz. So this was the overall process of this question. Now let us have a look on a next question. In this signal it is saying a signal x of t is passed through a high pass filter whose frequency response is given. We have to calculate the bandwidth of the output signal. Now again, this is the signal in time domain. It is being passed through a filter whose frequency response is given, and I have to calculate the bandwidth of the output signal. Again, we cannot calculate the bandwidth just by looking the time domain signal. So we need to convert this time domain signal into frequency domain signal. Now, how to calculate YF? We know that YF will be nothing but X of F into H of F. H of F is given in the question. So if I somehow calculate X of F, then Y of F will already be calculated. So we know that X of t is given as sinc 8t. I will write it in sine 80 by pi t format, so it becomes sine 8 pi t upon pi t. So sine 8 pi t upon pi t, I am taking this 1 by 8 as out. So the frequency response or the Fourier transform of this signal will be x omega versus omega minus 8 pi to plus 8 pi, and peak value will be 1 by 8. Now if I want to convert this x omega versus omega into x of f versus f, I know that there are no impulses are present, so I will simply divide this horizontal axis by 2, and it will not affect the peak value. So in order to get yf, now I have x of f and h of f is already given, so I have to just multiply these two signals. So this is your x of f from minus 4 to 4, peak value is 1 by 8, and h of f is given as high pass filter. So this is 2, this is minus 2. So the multiplication will be yf. Whenever I will multiply these two signals get multiplied between 2 to 4 and minus 2 to minus 4, and between minus 2 to minus 2, h of f is 0, so the multiplication will also be 0. So the outcome will be from 2 to 4 frequency, minus 4 to minus 2 frequency, and this peak value will become 1 by 8. Now how to calculate the bandwidth of yt? So it will become highest positive frequency at which component is present minus lowest positive frequency at which component is present or the bandwidth will become 2 Hertz. So this will be our bandwidth of the output. In the next question, it is saying that a signal x of t is passed through a filter h of t, and we have to calculate the output response y of t. So here if you notice, the time domain signal sync t is present at input, and in this case filter is also given in time domain. So one method can be that to calculate output I have to simply convolve this x of t into h of t, but we always try to avoid this convolution process. So what I will do, I will calculate y omega equal to h omega into x omega. So signal x of t is given as sync 4t. Sync 4t is written as sine 4 pi t upon 4 pi t, and ht is given as sync 2t. So sync 2t can be written as sine 2 pi t upon 2 pi t. So x of t is sine 4 pi t upon 4 pi t, or I can write it as 1 by 4 sine 4 pi t upon pi t. So here I have obtained sine 80 by pi t format. This is our A. The Fourier transform x of omega will be minus 4 pi to 4 pi, and this value will become 1 by 4. Similarly, for h of t, it is sine 2 pi t upon 2 pi t. I can write this 1 by 2 as outside, so it becomes sine 2 pi t upon pi t, or the transform can be written as minus 2 pi to 2 pi omega, and peak value becomes 1 by 2. So we know that yt is nothing but having Fourier transform as y omega, and it will become x omega h omega. So now let me multiply these two signals. Whenever I will multiply these two signals, I will get a rectangular pulse between minus 2 pi to 2 pi. This is omega, and the peak value will become 1 by 8. So y omega I have already obtained as minus 2 pi to 2 pi 1 by 8. So what will be the Fourier transform it? This is 2 pi, so it will represent sine 2 pi t upon pi t. This will be when the constant level of this signal or the amplitude of gate pulse will be 1. But here the amplitude is 1 by 8, so I will adjust 1 by 8 here. So output comes out to be 1 by 8. Now let me write this signal into sync form. So we know that for writing sync form, for some time we will eliminate sine. So this will give us 1 by 4 sync 2t. So this is the expression of the output. Now let me go back. So the result of sync of 4t convolution with sync of 2t comes out to be 1 by 4 sync 2t. So you can notice this 2 has come here and this 4 has come here. So I can generalize that whenever sync alpha t is being convolved with sync beta t, the answer will always be 1 by k sync of AT, where A will be minimum of alpha and beta and K will be maximum of alpha and beta. So this is very important conclusion. This you must remember, that the convolution of two sync pulse is another sync pulse, but this A is minimum of this alpha and this beta, and this K is maximum of this alpha and this beta. Now let us understand another very important property, that is multiplication property. This property says that if Fourier transform of x1t is x1 omega and Fourier transform of x2t is x2 omega, then Fourier transform of x1t multiplied with x2t will be 1 upon 2 pi x1 omega convolution with x2 omega. Another variation is if Fourier transform of x1t is x1f, Fourier transform of x2t is x2f, then multiplication of x1t into x2t will be x1f convolution x2f. So now let us derive an important result by using this property. Suppose we have to calculate the Fourier transform of this important signal. It is sine 80 by pi t whole square. So I can write this signal as sine 80 by pi t into sine 80 by pi t. This is x1t, this is x2t. We know that Fourier transform of sine 80 by pi t is a rectangular pulse between minus a to a x1 omega having peak value of 1. This is x1t. Now second signal is sine 80 by pi t. It is also having x2 omega versus omega minus a to a peak value of 1. Now if these two signals are being multiplied in time domain, so we get sine 80 by pi t whole square, and obviously in frequency domain they are going to be convolved, and after convolving they should also be multiplied by 1 by 2 pi. So we know that the convolution of two rectangular pulses of same width is nothing but a triangular pulse. So here the convolution of these two pulses x1 omega convolution x2 omega will be a triangular pulse. End limits gets added. Here end limit is minus a, here is also minus a, so end limit overall will become minus 2a. Here end limit is a, end limit is a, so overall limit becomes 2a. And to obtain the third point, I will subtract this 2a from upper limit, so I will reach to 0, or I can add this 2a into lower limit, so I will reach to 2a. So I have already obtained 3 points and I can make a triangle in between. So this triangle I have got as x1 omega convolution x2 omega. We know that slope is product of these two values, so slope will become 1, then obviously this point is going to be 2a. Now if I want to draw the diagram of 1 upon 2 pi x1 omega convolution x2 omega, then the above graph is divided by 2 pi. So this point remains minus 2a, this point remains 2a, this is omega. Now after division with 2 pi, this 2a becomes 2a by 2 pi or a by pi. So from here we got a very important result, that the Fourier transform of sine 80 by pi t square is nothing but a triangular pulse from minus 2a to 2a, and peak value becomes a by pi. So this is our xt and this is omega. So you need to remember this important result as well. Next property is differentiation property of Fourier transform. So if x of t has Fourier transform as x of omega, then dxt by dt will have Fourier transform as j omega x omega. Or if x of t is having Fourier transform of x of f, then dxt by dt will have Fourier transform as j 2 pi f x of f. Now we know that if the signal is x of t and this is y of t equal to dxt by dt, and this is our h omega. So if yt equal to dxt by dt, if we take Fourier transform of both the sides, it becomes y omega equal to j omega x omega, or from here we can get as h omega equal to y omega upon x omega, or it is equal to j omega. So the symbol of differentiation in frequency domain becomes j omega. Whenever any block is written something like this or like this, so these two blocks is as good as a differentiation block. So if I apply x omega here, I will get y omega. If I apply x of f here, I will get y of f, and if I apply x of t here, I will get y of t. All these three blocks represents block of a differentiator or a differentiator system. So I hope it is clear, and we need to remember whenever any system has transfer function as j omega or j 2 pi f, it will be representing a differentiation process or a differentiator system. Now last Fourier transform of a Gaussian pulse. So we know that a Gaussian pulse is defined as e power minus at square. So this is our Gaussian pulse. The Fourier transform of e power minus at square is under root pi by a e power minus omega square upon 4. Now if I write x of t equal to e power minus pi t square, so this also represents a Gaussian pulse. So I will write pi in place of a, so it becomes e power minus omega square upon 4 pi, or the Fourier transform of e power minus pi t square becomes e square minus omega square upon 4 pi. Now if I write omega is equal to 2 pi f, so the Fourier transform of e power minus pi t square becomes e power minus 4 pi square f square upon 4 pi, or a very interesting result comes that Fourier transform of e power minus pi t square is e power minus pi f square. So we need to remember all these important relations regarding Fourier transform of Gaussian pulse. That is it for this lecture. Thank you.
So if you have liked today's lecture and you want to subscribe to Unacademy Plus, the very first thing that you should understand that you should use this particular code. What is the code? The code is Vishal Gate. Write my name and attach gate to it. So by using this particular code, you will be getting all the advantages of the Unacademy Plus. All the added advantages will be directly assigned to you. Secondly, you will directly come to under my guidance, and that will surely help you to crack the examination in the least possible time, and you will also get the guidance of the complete team. Okay, and the most important thing is that you will immediately get the 10% discount on that. So immediately you are enabled to get 10% discount once you use this coupon code. So for example, if you talk about the plus subscription, which is costing you 25,000 for 1 year, and if you use this coupon code VishalGate, immediately you are going to get 10% discount, which is 22,500. And if you talk about the Iconic, for the Iconic subscription of the 12 month, this will cost you around 40,400. So these are the cost of the 12 months. And if you want to talk about the 2-year subscription cost of the plus, it is your 27,000 after discount. If you want more discount than 10%, and you have already attended the special classes, then you will be having some credits in your account. Do not forget to use those credits so that you can get more discount than 10%. Now, how can you pay these amounts? So there is one good news for you, that you can pay this amount by using credit cards and debit cards by using the facility of the zero cost EMI. So if you want to pay this particular amount of 22,500 with the help of zero cost EMI, so the zero cost EMI can be availed by using credit cards and debit cards. Remember, you can use the credit card of any company, but the debit card is allowed for HDFC and the Bajaj Finserv. Apart from that, if you want to directly pay this much of amount, you think that this particular amount is the most affordable fees that can be provided to you for 1 year subscription, तो आप directly क्या कर सकते हैं? You can use this credit card, debit card, direct payment. You can also go for the EMI options, okay, and you can directly pay this amount by using net banking. Every time you think of the Unacademy Plus subscription, the first thing that should come in your mind is this particular code. Do not forget to use this code once you take the subscription, because I have already told you that this particular coupon code is going to give you the lot of advantages, so you cannot miss the opportunity to use this code. So every student who want to come on to the Unacademy Plus, they want to take the advantages of the Unacademy Plus, they want to empower themselves in the best possible manner in this digital era, they want to be the part of this revolution, then this is the time for you. You do not have to wait for it. If you are in the first year, if you are in the second year, you are in the third year, the best possible time is right now to prepare for the examination, to dedicate yourself, to give yourself the opportunity so that you can get the success as early as possible. Apart from that, you should also join this GATE aspirant group. So this GATE aspirants group is already having 150k plus students, so you can join it. There are a lot of discussions going on between students. You can get the advantage of those discussions. Okay. You can also join this Creatrix channel, which is a Telegram channel. So everyone has to join this channel so that you can get all the PDFs of the lecture which is being assigned to you. Fine. There are various channels which you can go for it. So various channels in the association with Creatrix. So you can follow the channel of your interest. And this is it in today's lecture. So let us meet in the next lecture. Thank you so much.